watching KATU News on Digital.
Hello there. Welcome to today's Digicast. I'm Sarah Bagby, and we're here with Joe English. Thanks
Happy
for being
Friday.
here again.
You betcha.
Happy Friday. It is June 21st, and we're going to get right into it. So today we're going to start out with an update on a local story that kind of made national headlines this week. You'll recognize this. Remember at Oaks Park when we had all those riders hanging upside down from the ride for about 25 minutes?
From the atmosphere.
That's right. From the atmosphere.
F-E-A-R.
That's right. I mean, seriously,
Really
what a
turned into
nightmare.
one.
How could we forget this? So anyway, the mother of a 14-year-old, there's quite a few kids on there. She is now speaking up, and it looks like she may be doing a little bit of a lawsuit here. Am I right?
Yeah, Amy Yanata is the mom's name, and she has told us that her daughter has suffered emotionally, has suffered physically, pain, both of those areas in her head and in her body after being stuck on that ride for about 20 minutes. And her legal team, wants to take this lawsuit to a jury trial. She tells us they want the park to give them fair compensation, and what they mean by that is it could be up to $125,000. Yanata says her daughter had abrasions and body aches, increased blood flow to her brain that put pressure on her brain. She was dizzy. She has high blood pressure and post-traumatic stress. Says being stuck on that ride will have lifelong effects. Here's what she had to say.
This was a really, really traumatic event, and there were a range of emotions during the event for the kids. Because there was so little communication from park staff, the kids didn't really know what was going on.
Well, Yanata is arguing that the park's negligence is why the ride got stuck, alleging that the park did not provide adequate warning of the potential risks of the ride and that the park failed to keep the riders updated while they were stuck on that ride. Oaks Park says they can't comment on the lawsuit while the incident is under investigation, and we reached out to the company that built that ride, and they said they're also investigating this.
And Joe, I know you covered that this morning. You had said that she went in further to say that she was also disappointed in the response time and the preparation for this kind of event, right?
And I don't know if this is in the actual lawsuit, but if this, say, goes to a jury trial, it probably would come up. But the mom was saying they called the fire department to come and get these people off the ride, and at the same time evacuated everybody from the park. Pretty narrow in and out to get in and out of Oaks Park. And so while people were leaving, the fire trucks were trying to come in, and it just was taking longer. So she is saying that that's the reason people were hanging from that ride even longer than they needed to be, because the fire department just couldn't get through the crowd that was leaving.
Right, and that's the first day that they opened.
Have a better plan for that. Yeah.
They had such a crowd; it'd be so hard to clear that. And I guess the fire department was 2 miles away, so not a bad response time, but getting through all that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and we'll be following that. Of course, KATU is on our side, so we'll be following this all the way until the end. Something else that we are following, Joe, do you remember just a couple days ago we were covering that there were these free meals for anyone under 18 in the battleground area?
I remember that.
And Vancouver as well. And I was saying, hey, Portland and other counties, they really need to step up. Well, I spoke too soon, didn't I?
Because they did step up, right?
They did, yep.
Starting next week, Portland Parks and Rec is bringing back the annual free lunch and play program for the summertime. The popular program provides kids with free meals and a chance to enjoy games and activities. It's offered every weekday, Monday through Friday, from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and Monday through Friday at 20 Portland Parks. There's also going to be a bigger kickoff event at McCoy Park next Thursday from 11:30 to 1:30.
That's awesome. So all of that starts this Monday, beginning of the summer, and it lasts all summer long. But what about the weekend? It's going to be so warm. There's so much to do this weekend.
Yeah, wonderful weather for anything outdoors, and there's all kinds of things. In fact, kind of a unique weekend that we have both the Timbers and the Thorns at home, but the Timbers come up first on Saturday.
That's right. Now we have that kickoff at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. Again, it is going to be warm, but it's cooling down just in time for the Timbers game, so it's not going to be as hot as it's today. Today we're getting up to 90. We're not going to be that hot tomorrow, and it is going to be in the evening, so that helps too. Tickets, they range between $46 to $140. So again, that is tomorrow night.
Even cooler and maybe more pleasant on Sunday when the Thorns are playing.
That's right, and that one is at 1 p.m., so that's an earlier time during the more hot time of the day. Luckily, it is cooling off quite significantly by Sunday, so it should be good there. Ticket costs here are $34 to $185, and one thing about the stats on this one is that they are exactly tied in the league. They have the same number of wins and losses, so it should be a really good game.
Oh, wow.
I know a lot of the fans are going to like that one.
Yeah, and they don't like each other anyway, but now being equal, see who comes out on top.
That's right. So
Tiger Balloon Fest is this weekend.
That's the big one. And that's something that Wesley covered this morning. She got to go in one of the balloons, not up,
like
but
fun.
I think that'd be so fun to go to. But again, that is happening all weekend long. It's happening right now as well.
And you can get actually a tethered balloon ride. You don't get to get in the balloon and go sailing over the state, but you can go up in the air and they'll bring you back down. If you feel safer having a rope tied to the balloon, you can do that. And I think that's free actually with admission. But tickets cost $15. Kids 6 and under get in free. There's going to be live music, carnival rides, tons of food, and a beer garden. And we want to remind people, if you are going to drink, don't drink and drive, please. You can take a shuttle to the Festival of Balloons. And you can find out more information on their website, tigerballoon.org.
Yeah, kind of cool that they have a shuttle too, because the shuttle is really for anyone drinking or people who just don't have a car. So that's kind of a great opportunity there.
Right, you don't have to be inebriated to get in the shuttle.
No. You can just use it because you don't want to bike there. That's how I would do
All
it.
right.
Anyway, enjoy your Friday and your weekend. So good to have you. We'll have you back here hopefully on Monday. But don't forget, we have 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and 6 p.m. shows on K2 tonight. Hope to see you there as well. Have a great weekend, everyone.
This has been a K2 News Digicast. K2 News is on your side.
Have you ever tried to